the Diderdex, the battle cruiser, the B type, the Romulan Warbird. Misha here, and looking at a just released model from Eaglemoss. This is diecast from their Star Trek Starships collection. Now, the Warbird was very early on, of course, in the standard issues. This, however, is in their extra large or XL or oversized line. And it just came out December of 2019. And because with these Star Trek and Eaglemoss videos, I have to give this disclaimer. Remember, blind, doing my best to get what I can on camera. It's funny because on the airplane videos, people don't say much, but yeah. So there it is. It's a big enough model, so maybe I'll get something, huh? The standard edition Warbird is nice, but it is small. Because it's that thing. And small is okay. I mean, some ships I think are better small, like the Sabre or the Defiant. But some ships that are just such a large scale in universe benefit from the special, which is their medium size or their XL treatment. And I'd say this is one of them. In universe, and we never get a completely definitive scale, but we know it's bigger than a galaxy class. Around 1,300 meters. And roughly 60 to 65 decks. And some have estimated the crew at around 1,500. However, with extra space for large amounts of troops and cargo. This is a warship, a military ship, although we see it has some science ability. It is equipped with a 4th generation cloaking device. It has both pulse and beam disruptors. And it's fitted with torpedoes, presumably plasma torpedoes, which is kind of the Romulan thing. Of course, it has shields, regular hull armor. It is considered, roughly speaking, double the firepower of a Galaxy class. And of course is at least about twice as long. On the other hand, it has a less efficient warp drive, whereas the Galaxy can do warp 9.3 and even a little faster in a pinch. The Warbird can get up to about warp 9, but really prefers to cruise at about warp 7. Anything faster could damage the engines, and also the cloak is not as efficient, so they made some sacrifices. Could also be the fact that this is powered by an artificial singularity, a black hole, instead of a matter-antimatter dilithium reaction. This seems to have gone into service around 2360, 2363. We first see it on screen in the final episode of Season 1 of The Next Generation, episode called The Neutral Zone. And this was really the first new Romulan ship we had seen in universe since the original Romulan Bird of Prey from TOS. Now, yes, we also saw the Romulan D7, but even though in universe, okay, it's a Romulan ship, in reality we know that it was Klingon and they just used it because it was a new model and a better model. and allegedly the bird of prey model had been either lost or damaged, depending on who you ask, or destroyed by the creator in a fit of rage. So yeah, it's the first new Romulan ship in a long time. Certainly the most detailed. And this would pretty much be their only ship until Season 3 when we see the Scout. Then we will see the Science ship, which was essentially a variation of the Scout in Season 5. But then after that, for like Deep Space Nine, this is again really the only Romulan ship we view on screen. And so it wasn't until the movie Nemesis that we get the Valdor class and some other things. Like, I guess, I don't know, the Scimitar's not exactly Romulan, it's more Riemann, but yeah. But since in the regular series, in the collection, when you put the standard edition Warbird up against the other ships, it just seems small scale. I thought having the XL version would be nice for display, and it does. It's about 8.5 inches long, and when you put it against the standard edition Galaxy, it's close to scale. Probably about as close as ever was on screen. And of course it also kind of scales decently with some of the other Romulan ships like the Valdor. Like I said, this is die-cast, at least partially. The head is metal, and the top is metal. And like on the standard edition, the lower part is polymer. So it has a relatively decent weight to it, but because it's so hollow, it also kind of comes across as light. Yeah, it's both light and heavy. It's kind of funny. And it comes with the regular Eaglemoss stand with number and all that good stuff. And yeah, didn't have it on the stand because I didn't want to accidentally knock it over, because it doesn't sit great. It's okay, but much like the standard edition, it kind of clips in, and because the weight's on the top and front, it's a little wobbly, especially on the spinny thing. But yeah, neat little model. They've also done the Katinga recently. Haven't picked it up. I might. I'm kind of picky on these XLs. I got the Enterprises because, well, Enterprises, but that's usually about it. But I thought, like I said, this would be nice for display purposes. And I just like the design, I always have. I knew what this one looked like, unlike some of the others, because we had models in the 90s of this, not to mention like the Playmates toys and things, but still yet, it is a nice one to have. And it feels reasonably detailed to me. I would imagine the engines have inserts for plastic. Yeah, they do. Yeah. The quintessential 24th century Romulan ship. I'll probably do more with this, maybe bring out the Romulan fleet again. But I just wanted to do a little preview video while I had literally a minute to do it. Alrighty guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Hope I got something on camera for you. If you could, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you very soon next time.